Okay, in the last video I had unwrapped and put in the window, but for some reason the computer froze up. So it didn't record me putting it in, which is not that big of a deal. So I'll walk through the process. Basically, I inspected the window after I unpackaged it to make sure there's nothing wrong with it. I looked to see if any of these are damaged or chipped. Any of the flashing is torn on the side, if there's any issues with that. I put the window in, it's nice and snug fit. I put the flashing so it's on the lip of the bottom. And then I made the top flush right across here. And then I screwed in the sides. Now the sides, you want to open the window so it's about 4 to 6 inches. You can pinch these two corners in if you're using a double hung and open it. This is nice so that you can wash both sides of the window. And then there's a flashing in here that slides up, and right down here in the bottom left corner, there's a screw that's going to go into the side wall. The flashing on the top, you just use your fingernails and you pry that off. And then there's a hole right there, and you put another screw in and you're done. So I put the flashing back on the side. I slid this flashing down, or I am sliding that flashing down. It's a little tough, so I'm going to just use a screwdriver. And I'm going to use that on the edge and just push it into position. So now that's all the way down. Well, almost all the way, but I need to get the window out of the way. So I move that up, push the flashing down, and now that's done. And my window, nice and smooth. We'll lock it off. So now that's locked and it's in there, but we don't have this side secure yet because we need a board. But what I'm doing is I'm going to unpackage both the windows and set them up there just to make sure everything works and fits. This is my custom window. Like I said in the beginning, I don't like ordering custom windows. The screws are on the, where you put the screws in, are on the bottom and the sides here. And they are on the inside, so right now I have it backwards, and I've got to turn it around, which, this is a monster heavy window. Obviously you want the screws on the inside because you don't want water going down in those holes. So that's an obvious trait. There's the screws, the top flange comes off again. There's holes in the top here, which you can put screws in to secure the top right through the flange. This time the flange is going to have to be on when we go to put this in, and hopefully we can get it in nice and snug without too much prying. You don't want to put a lot of force on them when you're putting them in, or you could break them. So the next thing we're going to do is get this one up there. Obviously the big thing is don't drop it out the window. That'd be a problem. Alright, we have a problem. I didn't realize this, but this window, actually that is surprising. That window is taller than I expected. So I'm going to have to make some adjustments to my boards. It's about I would say almost an inch off, an inch too tall. So I'm going to have to make some major adjustments. Basically what I'm going to do is cut this top board out. I'm keeping the bottom board nice and flush. And once I get that cut out, it'll fit in there nice and tight. And then we'll continue. Not the end of the world, just a small setback. The nice thing is I have an inch more window. But hopefully, once I get that cut out, I want to measure this side. Well, I've got this up here, just to make sure I got 2 feet. And then I can cut the, so yeah, I have about 26 inches, which means that I can fit a 1x3 in there and a 1x3 in here to anchor the window to and make sure it's not going anywhere. So I got a little adjustments to make. Not a big deal. Wish it would have went in the first time though. Live and learn. So I'll come back to the video once I get everything cut and ready to go.